PTSD is a brain injury that causes the body and mind to go into fight or flight mode even when you're not in danger. When this happens, it's called a flashback, and they're not pretty. I've experienced thousands of these flashbacks over the years, but I only just recently found out that I have PTSD. I'm beginning to learn how much PTSD has affected my own life, but more importantly, the lives of the people that I love and care about.
This is one of my favorite places on Earth. This is what my kids call Fascia. It's just a little rocky island in the middle of a river. Last year we did a family photo. I thought it would be hilarious, put Bigfoot in the background. I thought that making our family Christmas picture with Bigfoot in it was cute and dark and hilarious. But what I didn't understand was I was making a caricature. That's what it felt like to have PTSD.
When I'd have a flashback, it was like there was some supernatural danger lurking behind me and to my left. And when I'd feel that way, I'd lash out at those around me.
So today is 37 days since my last flashback.
So now that I can see PTSD from the outside looking in, I'm astounded at how often I used to have flashbacks. It was a few a day and sometimes a lot more than that. I'm still trying to understand PTSD and how it impacted me and how it impacted the people I love. But one thing I do know is that when I was in a flashback and felt like people I loved were in danger, if I couldn't convince anybody else that that danger was real, I would get very controlling. I would do it in the name of keeping everybody safe. At its worst, I would even get verbally abusive.
That's where relationships get difficult. If I'd had a flashback and had the sense that something near us was dangerous, I'd say stupid, mean, sometimes scary things.
To my friends, my family, my kids, and especially my wife, I'm sorry.
I forgot my face mask. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but when you feel like you and your family are in danger, gosh, it is so unbelievably frustrating. What is PTSD in 2 words? Bad instincts.
Hello. How you doing? Good. You want utensils?
That'd be great.
Up to you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your day. So to make matters worse, I had no idea I had PTSD. Never crossed my mind. I had no idea that I had repressed terrible, terrible, terrible things that happened to me. Which I think begs the interesting question, how does repression work? Self-gaslighting, repression, is about refusing to consider the possibility that anything bad had ever happened. It's about convincing yourself that reality is different than it is. And the side effects of that is that the emotions still come through. You can repress the memory, you cannot repress the emotions. Those feelings still come back, and when you feel like you are in danger, which is all the freaking time, when you feel like you are in danger, the emotions come back, and you act like you're back in time with the person who attacked you. Do you have any idea how hard it is to film a vlog while you eat noodles? So if I could go back in time and tell myself one thing, it would have been to get into therapy. PTSD leaves you with an underlying feeling that you can trust no one. And that's what makes it so toxic. Because if you can't trust anyone, a therapist can't help you. And so you go it alone. And that's what I did until that was not possible anymore. For me, EMDR therapy, which is the gold standard for PTSD, worked better than I dared pray it could. And feel great. Makes me want to worship God. That's beautiful. I have loved making videos since we got our first camcorder when I was probably 12. When stuff got messed up with PTSD, making videos got really hard. Podcasting was easy for me because I was invisible. Nobody could see me.
Avoidance is the calling card of PTSD. When a person, a place, or a thing, or even a feeling reminds you of what you're trying to forget, you push it away. You disassociate. You try to control. You try to make yourself feel nothing.
If any of you guys are struggling with some of the stuff I've talked about, you've got trauma in your past, you're trying to understand PTSD, trying to understand how you respond now to things that happened then, I'd say two things. I'd say one, work on finding a good therapist. Don't just settle for the first person that you meet. And secondly, there's a book called The Body Keeps the Score. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's probably sold more copies on trauma than every other book combined, and it is absolutely incredible. I had no idea what the heck was wrong with me until I read The Body Keeps the Score. I didn't know what a flashback was. So if you guys are struggling like I have been, just know you can find healing. You can get better. You can get help.